First off, I am making this video for more than one reason. Number one, well, let me add this. My daughter is going to kill me because I'm eating some of her snacks. But today she is supposed to go grocery shopping. She always does grocery shopping. So, yeah, Maddie, if you're looking at this, buy some more of these. Okay, so the first reason that I'm making this video is to show you a hack, okay? And then the second reason is going to be to address people asking me, how often do I eat? Or better yet, it may sound better to say, people ask me, how many times a day do I eat? Okay, first off, these things are so delicious and they are super low calorie. They're only 90 calories for 21 pieces. But I'm the type of person that I can turn the lowest calorie snack and even a healthy snack or food into something that will hinder my fat loss or my weight loss goals. And the reason why is because I still, I'm a big bag at heart. Some things when they're good, especially like these, it's just hard to eat them in moderation, kind of like nuts. So I found that it's just easier for me if I eat these like cereal, okay? Now I'm going to convert my scale into milliliters and zero it out and pour my fat-free milk. I like Fairlife milk because it has more protein, but if you're lactose intolerant or don't like dairy products, you could do almond milk. Also, if you want to add more volume to this, you could add like strawberries or blueberries to this. And for me, that's just easier than me reaching in this bag and eating the whole entire bag. And before you know it, I turn a low calorie snack into something that's going to, be a detrimental hit to my calorie intake. And now, as for people that ask me, how often do I eat? If y'all want me to be dead honest, I am being greedy right now. I literally just had breakfast. And I'm not hungry. Sometimes I'm just like anybody else. I'm human. I'm greedy. But again, I treat my calories like money. I don't always necessarily, depending on my current goals, because right now I'm eating my maintenance calories. I'm not in a deficit at the moment. But what I mean by treating my calories like money, like right now I have my calories set between about 2100 and about 18, anywhere between 18 and 2100 calories is how much I eat a day. Or let me say lately. I've been doing this long enough now that even if I eat up, a pretty good amount of my calories early throughout the day, when you start running out of money and you just don't have it, you just don't have it. And then sometimes I make the mistake of like, you know what? I still eat and I go over my calories. But just especially women, and even men too, look at it like this. Let's say you're getting paid, $1,800 a day. For the most part, most of you are responsible enough to pay your car note, pay your house, your rent or your mortgage. Pay your bills early. What I mean by that is try to make the earlier part of your calories count by hitting your protein goal early. Eat the frog early. That way, later in the day, if you want snacks or in the evening when you come home from work and you're winding down, you're not sitting there with like 300 calories left, but you have 120 grams of protein, or let me just say 80 grams of protein to hit. That's going to make that, kind of hard. Not impossible, but hard, especially if you're a beginner. And then sometimes, you can start the day out rough. I would not suggest that or recommend it for a beginner, but, just try and clean it up over later in the day, which means you're going to have to eat a lot smarter. And what I mean by that is pretty much going to have to be really, really, really lean protein, like lean meats, vegetables, and you probably won't have a lot of room for tons of carbs, but I don't, and things that are high in fat. Again, I don't like to suggest newbies counting macros is too tedious for everyday lifestyle people. But even if you suck at it for a while, tracking your food is something you need to do, even if you can't perfect it, because it'll give you so much, education and knowledge behind food choices. My breakfast this morning, a couple of hours ago, was probably, I think a little bit over about 421 calories. I can't remember the protein, but it was a fair amount of protein. This is 211 calories and only 11 grams of protein. Like, it really isn't the best choice, but it's just something that I'm craving and I want it. So when I say like treating your calories like money, let's say for example, you know the amount of money you have to spend every day. You know you really can't afford to go get your nails or your lashes done, but you do it anyway. And at that point, you just have to be, mindful of, other little things that you would have done to like screw around with your money. You got to be more on it now. You got to make sure those bills get paid, right? So I'm not saying this one little, this little snack or whatever here is going to just ruin my whole day, but I can't go the whole day, making tons of decisions like this. I have to be mindful. So I hope this helps in saying that I don't count how many times a day I eat. I just eat. I just track everything so I can stay mindful and know when to pump brakes. Or if I have 1 day or 2 days that I went over my calories bad and went into a calorie surplus, it's just like, unforeseen expenses coming up when it comes to money. Let's say that, like, for instance, last week my dishwasher broke, okay? I had to buy a new one. My husband and I put it in, but we didn't really know exactly how to mount it correctly. So I still had to call my plumber to come out and mount it. And that cost me a little bit of money. So, I would know not to go and just pump brakes by, getting my lashes done, getting my nails and my feet done, going to buy clothes that I don't need. It's just all about managing, just treat your calories like money, bro. I cannot give it to y'all any other way than like that. And again, most of you know that I plan to compete one day in the future. When, I don't know. And, when that time comes, yeah, I'm sure it'll be like maybe just all according to what, happens in prep, whatever my coach assigned. And yes, even though I'm a coach and a personal trainer, if, I plan to compete, I would still have to hire a coach to coach me. From that aspect, yes, a coach needs a coach. But by then, yeah, I'm sure I could give y'all the answer to that question, eating 4 or 6 meals a day or whatever is assigned. But, for right now, that is totally not necessary. I believe in teaching people lifestyle habits, something that you can hold on to so that you can sustain your results, like me. Like always, I hope that this video helps.